Hey everybody, it's your girl Nell, and welcome to another exciting episode of Simply Nell's Tiny Studio. As usual and per usual, I'm your girl Nell, and welcome to you. Today, this is a dreadlock love video, baby. You know what time it is. This is the time we talk about all things pertaining to dreadlocks or sister locks, micro locks, locks, or whatever it is that you call these beautiful ropes hanging from our crowns. I interchange the terminology between locks and dreadlocks for the comfort of my viewers, the comfort of you, my tiny studio guests. So, what are we going to talk about today? First of all, we are going to discuss the 3 hard lessons that I had to learn on my lock journey. 3 hard lessons. And what are they? We're going to go from 3 to 1. Okay? All right. Now, the third hard lesson that I had to learn on my lock journey is that with dreads, patience and time are very, very important. If you don't have patience and you aren't willing to put in the time, then your lock journey is going to be a difficult one, fraught with problems, mistakes, frustration, irritation, until the point where you're just inches away from grabbing a pair of scissors and cutting them off and starting over. Or you may just cut your locks off and just say, screw this journey, I'm done. That was one of the hardest lessons that I had to learn on my lock journey. I had to learn that everything takes time. My hair, your hair, we have different textures, different patterns. And because of those things, or different grades, and because of those things, we cannot really say for sure how long it's going to take for your hair to lock. We can only, as locticians, we can only suggest, we can only guesstimate. And I would tell my clients this all the time when they would come to see me for consultations and for regular lock maintenance. The thing is that you need to learn your hair. You need to learn how to care for your hair in its natural state. And when you learn those things, and that takes time as well, when you learn those things, you will be better equipped for your lock journey. How so? Knowing how fast your hair grows. That's something that you need to know as you begin the journey. Knowing what your hair likes, knowing the type of vitamins and minerals that you're going to need to supplement your lifestyle in order to grow a healthy set of locks. Establishing a routine of natural hair care. All of those things go hand in hand with your lock journey, especially at the beginning. And if you are not familiar with your hair texture, your hair grade, how it grows, patterns, all of those things, your lock journey can be very, very frustrating. So you have to understand that everything takes time. Everything takes love and patience. And that was a very hard lesson for me to learn, because I thought that my hair was going to automatically look like Lenny Kravitz's hair. I thought my hair was going to look like Lisa Bonet's hair. I thought my hair was going to look like my best friend's Aunt Jendaye's hair. I thought my hair was going to look like the the sister up the street. You know, I even thought my hair was going to look like Lauryn Hill's hair in the video X Factor. You know, so I had all of these assumptions when in reality, my locks are unique to me and they grow in a way that's unique to my natural hair growing lifestyle. I had to learn that lesson. That was a very difficult lesson to learn. There were so many times when I wanted to get the scissors out and just cut all my hair off and say, I'm done with this. But now I understand. And when you first starting on the journey and you begin with the starter locks, yes, you're going to have to continue to retwist. You're going to be retwisting a lot if you're doing if you're just starting. Yes, you're going to have your hair is going to unravel. It's going to take time to train your hair to lock. You got to give it time. And you have to remember that when your hair is unraveling at the beginning, that's just what it does. That's just what happens. It's all part of the process. So that was one of my hardest lessons. Learning patience, learning that everything takes time. And after so long, my hair began to lock and then it began to do its thing. I was so relieved and pleased, but that is what I pass on to my clients. Time and patience. That's a hard lesson. Number 2, the hardest lesson that I had to learn on my lock journey is that conforming to other people's expectations and perceptions and misconceptions, trying to conform to that is a no-go. That's another thing that will lead you down a dark path of frustration, irritation, and anger. Because there are so many misconceptions about locks. Even in 2024, we know that right now, locks have become popular. A lot of different people are wearing locks, whether it be dreadlocks, micro locks, sister locks, semi-freeform locks, freeform locks, faux locks. A lot of people, are wearing dreads these days. And that is wonderful. That's a great thing because back in 2002, when I first started, the very little people were wearing locks. I would say it wasn't as popular as it is today. But resist the urge to conform to other people's perceptions and misconceptions and their baggage regarding dreads. Resist it because I tried to conform to appease other people about my crown of hair. I started doing things that led to my hair, my locks actually falling out of my head because I faced religious judgment regarding wearing locks. I did certain things to my hair that were detrimental to me. What were they? I retwisted my hair every week. Every time there was a religious meeting, I grew up as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses until 2013. It's like I had, it was like I retwisted my hair for every meeting. Like the meetings were Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So I would retwist my hair Sunday morning, I'll say Saturday night, depending on if there was a meeting on Sunday morning. But Sunday, Saturday night or Sunday, then Tuesday, and then Thursday. If I had to go out in the field ministry on Wednesday, I retwisted my hair Wednesday morning. Or I would gel it up real good and put it into a ponytail for Wednesday for field service. And then I had field service or field. You may be like, what is field service? What is field ministry? That's when Jehovah's Witnesses go out into the public and knock on people's doors and convert them. So on Saturdays, I also retwisted my hair. So let's count that. So we have Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So 5 days a week I spent retwisting my hair. And I did that for about, let me see, 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to about 2008. Yes, I retwisted my hair 5 days a week. So eventually I started noticing that I was losing my edges and my hairline was receding. At 40 something, my hairline was receding and I was losing my edges. And then one day I looked over at one of my locks and I could tell that my locks were thinning. And that it did not click in my head to stop retwisting. I kept on. And why did I continue to do this? Because I wanted to conform. I wanted people who did not respect my decision to wear locks. People who were very judgmental about locks and about African-centered hairstyles. I wanted them to accept me. So I tried my best to conform. But when you look at locks, where's the conformity at? Where? Conform to what? Conform to the white facing aesthetic, right? And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to conform the best that I could with the establishment of religiosity, but it didn't work. The only thing that ended up happening was that I lost 2 huge chunks of locks right in this area. Just gone. And then I started losing locks at the back, right here at the nape of my hair. I started losing all of the hair. Then I started losing locks on this side. It was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous and scary. And that's what happens when you try to conform. You just can't do it. You cannot conform. You just have to let your locks and let your hair do what it's going to do. But because I was trying to conform, trying to appease people, trying to make people like me, trying to keep people from judging me, judging how spiritual I was, because I kept doing that, it became detrimental to me. So that was the second hardest lesson that I had to learn as a dreadlock diva, Lock Nista queen. The number one lesson that I had to learn, hard lesson that I had to learn as on this lock journey, and I'm looking down because I have my notes written down, because I have notes, because I want to make sure I hit the points. I want to make sure I hit them. The hardest lesson I had to learn on my dreadlock journey, and it goes hand in hand with the second hardest lesson. But the number one hardest lesson that I had to learn on my dreadlock journey is learning to overlook the negativity. Because everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants to be accepted. Everyone wants people to embrace them for who they are. But in this world, that is not everyone's journey. And this world, that is not your journey, and that is not my journey. Our journey is to be who we are, to be authentically who we are. And when we sit back and we are unique and we break from the pack, we're going to be slammed with negativity each and every time. But we have to learn how not to bend with the negativity or break with the negativity. We have to learn how to ignore the negativity. And that is very difficult to do. Very, very difficult. And that was one of my hardest lessons. Learning that just because someone does not like your locks, and you may get criticism, like I did, from the people that you love, family members, friends. Why are you going to do that? Why are you going to do that to your hair? Why are you going to mess up your hair? That doesn't make any sense. You need to comb your hair. You need to brush your hair. You need to just cut that off. You're going to hear all the negativity. Your locks is going to bring you all the smoke, all of it. So you have to be prepared for it. You have to be prepared, because if you are not prepared and you don't get yourself ready, then when it happens to you, you're not going to know how to handle it. It's going to be a shock. You're going to get people staring at you, because I still get people staring at me. Some people are staring, comment. They're like, oh, I love your locks. Oh, I love your hair. Your hair looks nice. Your hair is unique. And then other people will just stare like, ooh, ooh, look at that. And then sometimes you'll have people who have never seen locks before who will say, ooh, can I touch them? I don't know what your answer would be to someone who asks you, can they touch your locks? But my answer is always, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Because my locks are about energy. And I just don't let anyone touch my locks at all. So that was one of my hardest lessons, is learning to overlook the negativity. Because if you don't overlook the negativity, you will cut your locks and you will go back to doing whatever it is that you were doing. I say, when you do not overlook the negativity and you go ahead and decide that you're going to conform to the judgment that other people have laid out for you, then you're going back to being enslaved or placed in bondage voluntarily to what the whims and the cycles of this world that we are living in or inhabiting right now propagates. You are joining that force. And you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? It's difficult to overlook negativity, but that's why there are communities of people here on YouTube who will gladly embrace you. I will embrace you here in the tiny studio, and that's why I record videos or episodes of Simply Nell's Tiny Studio specifically for Dreadlock Love, because I want to support people who decide to make that decision to join me on this journey of dreadlocks or locked hair. And I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel the support. I want you to know that you are not alone. Yes, I get crazy looks too every day. Every day I step outside and I have my locks showing and flowing in the air, I get the looks. I get the comments. I still get comments from my family, and I've been wearing locks since 2002. I remember my father asking me when my locks were all the way down to my butt, past my behind. I remember my dad asking me, is that a weave? I've had lots of family members ask me that. Is that a weave? Are those real? And to me, I'm like, that's insulting. No, it's all my hair. How dare you? But Today, it's not unusual to find someone with faux locks or lock extensions. That's just the style, but I know not for me. My locks are not just a hairstyle. My locks are a what? A lifestyle. So those are the three hard lessons that I had to learn as a dreadlock diva, a lock Nista queen. What are some of the hard lessons that you had to learn on your lock journey? Would you like to share that with us in the comment section? Let's get the discussion going down there. And we do so because we want to support all of our dreadlock kings and queens on this journey. So thank you so much for hanging out with me in the tiny studio today. Let's get a little housekeeping done. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. As a matter of fact, pause it right here and I'll wait for you to do so right now. Go ahead. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I will also like for you to consider becoming a sustaining member of Simply Nails Tiny Studio. The link will be provided in the description box below, along with other information pertaining to how you can contact and follow me over on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you so much. I'm your girl Nell, and I will definitely see you next time here in the Tiny Studio. Bye-bye.